This week's video is dedicated to the family of Josh Welch. Josh actually contacted me not too long ago to help spread the word to our woodworking community because not long ago he and his family were touched by a very recent tragedy. Back in June, Josh lost his father, and his two younger brothers also lost their mother, Josh's stepmother, several years back. So they are now without parents and are looking for any help or support that you can show towards them and their family. He has recently set up a website over at funly.com, and I will leave a link down in the description below. It is entitled The Silver Lining Project. So if there are anyone out there that is in the woodworking community, because Josh's father loved woodworking and I'm sure he watched our videos in the past, so any help that you can give would be greatly appreciated. So Josh, I wish you all the best, and I am so sorry for your loss. May God bless your family. Now the purpose of a half lap is just like it says. It's supposed to lap over another piece of wood, and it's cut in half with a pocket taken out halfway down the thickness. Same goes for the opposing piece, and then they just slip together. Now, I've taken the time to set my blade up to 3/8 of an inch high, which will be the half thickness of the 3/4 inch piece of wood. All right, now this is just a demonstration. I've got a fan going, so it's a little loud, I apologize. Now, all you're gonna need for this setup, and I'll explain it to you, I've got two scrap pieces here that are the same width as the picture frame that I'm going to make in just a minute. I've got a stop block here. Now, how to set that depth? The piece that's going to be adjoining this one, as you can see, it corresponds with the marks that I have here on the side. The piece that I'm going to make, you need to make sure you use it as a feeler gauge. Put it up against the stop block, and the remainder amount is the overhang that I want. Set your stop block in place now. Now you can slide your piece over, but if you look, my mark right here is going to eat into the cut another 1/8 inch, which is something I don't want. I want the mark to this side of the blade. So that's where these little feeler gauges come into play, and you can buy these at Woodcraft for about 18 bucks. This one happens to be an 1/8 inch thickness because my blade is an 1/8 inch thickness. It's a full kerf blade. You need to use full kerfs when doing this method, otherwise you'll have to make a feeler gauge out of wood the same thickness as a thin kerf blade. So this feeler gauge will act as a buffer that will go between my stop block and my piece of wood that I'm going to cut, which will push my line to this side of the blade, which is what I want. Now we're just going to make several kerf cuts, taking out a notch, and we're going to do the same thing on that piece. Okay, now you see here, the two pieces have the half laps cut out. But if you look, the pieces fit like a glove. There's no give whatsoever. It's a perfect joint. And the trick to doing that is using one of your pieces as your gauge. And if there are different thicknesses, be sure and use the proper one as your gauge for the adjoining piece. And the 1/8 inch feeler gauge just pushes the blade over to the other side where it belongs so you don't eat too much into the cut. So, now that we have that, let's make our frame. Well, I want to thank you for tuning in this week. Remember, if you are new to this channel, I would invite you to click the subscribe button that you will find right up here. There's a button down below that'll let me know that you care. Click that and be sure and comment down below. I love to hear the conversations from everybody. You can also check out my website at rhwoodshop.com. And if you want to support free woodworking, there's a donate button there. Any amount that you give, whether it be $1 or $20, one time or multiple times, it does not matter, but it helps support new projects that'll be coming each and every week. So I'm done with this one. Now it's on to the next one. You guys take care, be safe in your shops. I'll see you next time.